Hi, Sue here from Mystic Matters. And I have decided that I'd like to have a quick look at the Age of Aquarius. As many of you will know, on 21st of December, we left the Age of Pisces, which I believe was a couple of thousand years. And we now go into another few thousand of years of the Age of Aquarius. I'm not an astrologer, but many astrologers are talking about completely new times, completely new energy, and a much more harmonious journey ahead of us. So I thought I'd like to do a 10-card spread, the Celtic Cross, to see what my cards tell me about the Age of Aquarius and how it will affect humanity going forward. So let's start. Okay, interesting. All right. We're starting off with a couple of major arcana because things are going to not to be all sweetness or light immediately. So here we have the Strength card, and the Strength card is about very emotional. It's going to be in a really emotional time, a battle with ego and emotions. So this is going to be the transition. Some people won't want to move forward because the Age of Pisces and all the energies there suited them very well. And other people are looking to move forward and wanting things to be a bit more balanced and more harmonious around the world. So there's a battle with the ego, the emotions, and needing to be very emotions are fine because they guide us, but when they're in control, then they are detrimental to us. So this is just having our emotions under control. This is crossed also by the Judgment card. So during this new age, we are going to find that we will get the rewards for the efforts we've made in the previous years, or maybe throughout our lives, the efforts we've made, the way we've lived our lives, and we will get the rewards for that. So if we've lived, so say, good lives, try to do the best to help other people, being kind and gentle, etc. I mean, I'm being very, very I can't go through all the things, but if we've made a contribution to humanity, then we will get the rewards for that, and people will see, or we will see, that our eggs, our chickens have come home to roost in a way. However, if we've been on the other side and we've been selfish and we've done the very best we can to just look at for ourselves and not for other people, we will also get the rewards for that. So this is about karma, really. We will get what we give out is what we will get in return. And this also can be in a very emotional time when those rewards come home to roost. It's not going to be easy for a while. It's going to be a battle with material reality, day-to-day life being very, very difficult, actually, for some people. Things will be breaking down. There's going to be lack of money, lack of resources for some people. So we're going to go through a period of difficulty. Now, as I'm talking about here, probably another kind of few thousand years. I mean, you can't do that all in kind of comprehensively in one reading, but I want to look at how long these difficulties will go on. I know what the astrologers say. Let's see. So I use my pendulum. That it's part of what I do. I've been using one for years. Okay, so let's stop. Okay. All right. So how long will the difficulties of the material things go on? Would it be more than a year? Be more than a year? more than 2 years, more than 3 years, 4 years. It'll be about 5 years. I think I'm looking at about 5 years hence when things are getting sorted out. It won't be, the astrologers say probably around to about 2024, but I think things will still be getting sorted out. So it won't be in 2021, 22, 23, 24, but by 2025, things will start getting a bit kind of better. And I think this is a transition. People aren't going to change and become all sweetness and light overnight. It's just not the way things work. So we have to accept that the Age of Aquarius is going to take a few years to really kick in. Our motivation will be to walk our talk. And this is what people need to do. Be honest, be upfront, walk your talk. And don't let other people get in the way. If they want to join you on your journey, then be willingly take them along, but just make it clear, don't get in my way because I'm going there anyway. And then being assertive, being powerful, and being very, very clear on what your direction is. But you do have to be clear. It's no point having a kind of a vague idea and then setting off all steam ahead and then finding, oh, it wasn't quite the right thing. Because then people aren't going to have kind of confidence in you and your vision. They won't want to maybe support you in it because they think, oh, well, you know, they never finish anything, that kind of thing. So it is very important to be clear about what your particular contribution is to humanity at this time. What are you good at? Are you good at healing? Are you good at doing any other forms of things, of creativity, of art? You know, all these different things. What can you do to make someone else's life better? What resonates with you? And then follow that. Be very clear what direction you're going in, and then don't let anyone get in your way. In the recent past, it has been a kind of people needing to learn to love again, learn to love themselves a bit more, to rebuild relationships or start new relationships, and starting new projects. So we're starting off at the very, very beginning. It's like the new era it's not, in some ways, it's wiped the slate clean on a personal level. It's like, okay, we can now start to build again, but build from love rather than from fear or from hatred or from division. So it's starting to build from a love perspective, and this is already started. Near future, it's going to be a case of being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Now, when we've got these material challenges, and we want to make changes to our lives and to make things to move forward in a more positive way, we are going to rub people up the wrong way. Some people will like our ideas and some people won't. So somebody's going to get upset whatever we do. So that's what's important. What's important is just doing what we need to do, so we can actually look at ourselves in the mirror at night and know that we've done the best we can according to our particular direction. Our direction won't be somebody else's. So if there are people that need to know or need to get some reassurance about what you're planning to do, let them in, tell them, because then there's less likely to be pressure put on you to change or for you not to go in a direction you want to go in. There's going to be less pressure if you're upfront and honest and transparent with the people that will be affected, because this will dissipate this feeling of being stuck, because you'll know who agrees, who doesn't, but they won't be trying to change your mind, because you'll, again, going back to the emperor, going back to being, you know, this is my direction, don't stop me, don't try and get in my way. but we can smooth the path by telling the people that need to know what our plans are. And again, being very clear that we've got them very, very firmly in place before we tell people about our plans, because people won't take us seriously otherwise, if we just go off half-cocked, as it were. We also will need to be prepared to let go of certain things we've had from the past, from the previous era, things that will no longer be working for us. Maybe it's the work we do. Maybe we'll be asked to do something completely different. Maybe it's the friendships that are no longer nurturing. But this is a kind of, do I stay with what I have or put my energies into something else? And if it's a case of putting your energy into something else, then there will be things you need to let go of. But they might not, they might feel quite comfortable, like an old pair of slippers. But eventually your feet, your feet wear through and they touch the floor, and it's time to get rid of them. So this is making a decision to move forward and not stay in the old ways, because things are going to change. They're going to change quite dramatically over a period of years. So don't get left behind, is what that message really is. Your intuition is also going to get a lot stronger. You'll get more gut feelings. It can be quite disconcerting if you've always been used to structure and knowing where you're going and being very clear of your path ahead, because these paths can change quite quickly, and something will be sent to you which you will have to deal with on an intuitive level. So it's a good idea to, if you're not into following your intuition, maybe there's been some challenges, because when we only listen to our head, often our head takes us in a direction maybe more of ego than of what we're meant to be doing. So follow your intuition and let it speak to you. And sometimes, often it's a kind of a gut feeling, it's just sudden thought that comes into your mind. Go with it. Don't dismiss it, just because you haven't thought it through. Just follow that and let it guide you, because it will get more powerful over time, and you'll find that your journey forward will be so much easier, because your intuition is your inner guidance, and it's something we need to listen to for this new era. It's going to be much more important, because it's been, in the previous era, it was more difficult to really be tuned in, because it was so much about material and drive and power and greed. That kind of intuition can get stamped out quite quickly if you're not really very strong with it already. So intuition is going to be a major player in the age of Aquarius. And our visions, this is in the hopes and fears place. Know that our visions can become reality. We just need to be patient. We just need to keep our focus on them, and not focus on things of the past, how it's been before. We're in a new era. Things of the previous era no longer apply. And so focus on the vision that you want, and don't hold yourself back. Just know that if you've been given something that you really feel strongly about, there's a reason for that, and your intuition will help you with that. So this is, don't entertain the fact that it can't happen, because it can. The only person that can stop it happening is you yourself, by not having the faith, not having the belief in it, and not walking your talk. We all have to walk our talk in order to make the changes. And we have a lot of hard work ahead of us. It's not going to be easy, and there's some people that won't move forward either in whatever way. There's some people that we can't move forward, but so we're happy in in the old, and they will want to stay there. They want to keep the same energy around them, which no longer fits in this new energy. So they'll become more the exception rather than the rule eventually over time. And so we need to work at improving ourselves, our projects, keeping ahead of the game, because there's a lot of work to be done to dismantle the, in some way, dark ages. There's a lot of work to be done to do that, but we are up for the task. We just have to personally commit to this forward movement and not let the material things hold us back. And it's going to be quite a ride. But I said it's going to take, by my reckoning, about 5 years to iron out all the kinks and the wrinkles. But the important thing is to really get a feeling of who you are. And if you need to go do meditation, introspection, whatever, is getting in touch with ourselves in order to find out what we're here for, why were we born, what's our purpose here, because it's a time of awakening. Many people talk about ascension. Maybe ascension and the Age of Aquarius are the same thing. I don't know. Somebody else has probably got the answer to that, or many answers. But it's us being aware of what we can contribute and not let people take us off that path by chipping away at our confidence or trying to get into a battle of the ego and kind of beat us down with that. We need to not let our emotions get control of us. We need to keep them in check. Listen to our intuition. Don't let people take us off path. Understand that material things, the day-to-day stuff, will pass. It's a temporary situation. Be honest, be transparent with people, and work hard or put the work in that's necessary to perfect your own particular skill or your own particular gift, and be prepared to let go of things that don't resonate. And then we have a good springboard into the Age of Aquarius. So I hope that's been of benefit, and I'll see you again, hopefully. Bye, and a happy new year.